But what I can say up front is Tomb of Dracula is the book that sort of allowed me to become a professional writer. Before that, before Tomb of Dracula, I was only getting sporadic work because I was always trying to write in the style that was prevalent at the time, like Stan style if I was doing a superhero thing or something like that. With Tomb of Dracula, there was no precedent. Nobody had ever written a series horror comic before. All the horror comics that existed were short, like 8-page stories with a punchy ending at the, some sort of a twist ending. But nobody had done a series where the characters had to grow. So I had to come up with my own style. I had to come up with my own approach. And in doing so, I think the book became a unique book because nobody was doing anything like that. And I got the chance to create a style that I was able to then later export to the superhero titles as well. At the time I started writing Tomb of Dracula, I was also an editor at Warren magazines doing I was the editor of Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirella. So I was already thinking in terms of vampire stories and stuff of that sort, and came up, as I have always said, Blade is one of two characters that came to me in an instant. And I do mean that. I was walking home from work, and suddenly the entire idea came to me full blown. The name, the look, his background. I don't know how it happened. The only other character that ever happened with was Deathstroke at DC, which also came instantly. To add to that, I was never a horror movie fan. I had never seen a Dracula movie. I had no interest in seeing a Dracula movie. I still haven't seen a Dracula movie. I've never seen the Bela Lugosi film. I read the Dracula novel, the original novel, and loved that. But I never watched the movies, and I think that was also something that was very good because I wasn't following somebody else's view of what Dracula should be. I only could hone in on the original creator, Bram Stoker's version of it. So I was thinking of that. I don't recall getting a lot of comments over the fact that Blade was black back then. I don't think it registered, which is great because he's just a good character. And you shouldn't be thinking about what his race was or anything else. That meant the character overwhelmed any social issues that may have existed, but none did. Black Panther already existed. I don't remember if Luke Cage came out before or after, but I think it was before. And therefore, the idea of creating a black vampire hunter was not unique. It was just, yeah, okay, sure. I had tried with a partner at DC when we were doing the Teen Titans back in the 70s, not the new Teen Titans version. We tried to introduce a black superhero into the Teen Titans, and the book was written and drawn, but it never was published. So I always said to myself, based on the fact that we had done this and that we really thought it was important to have done it, that the next character that I created would also be black. And it was at Marvel. And they didn't, because they already were publishing Black Panther and other books as well, they had no problem with it. And no point was even raised, and the readers never said, how can you do that? Everything was just fine. Well, first, I really liked the first Blade movie a lot. I thought that was very close to what we had done. It was a good extrapolation of what Gene and I had done on the book. I have no knowledge. They have not contacted me. And so I have no knowledge about the movie. I'd love to. I'd love to be part of that thing, but that's really up to them, not me. The Marvel movies are really good. As I say, I really liked the first one, the first Blade movie with Wesley Snipes. I was on the set on the opening day, and there's a very nice picture of Wesley and me on my website, and he was very nice. I thought the second one was a really good vampire story, but I didn't think it was a very strong Blade story because he wasn't the main focus of that story. And the third one I thought was a fun family vampire movie. Very strange, but to say a vampire movie is fun family, but it was. I thought it was something that for the people who couldn't take the very dark stuff that was coming out at the time, it was a fun film. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad, I enjoyed it. Hi, this is Marv Wolfman, creator of Titans and Crisis and Blade and a lot of other stuff for Radiónica. Enjoy.
Radiónica. El universo Radiónica en www.radionica.rocks.